This is a reproduction of one of Michelangelo's greatest works, Moses. If you will be patient with me, I'd like to talk to you about this wonderful soul that Michelangelo caught so magnificently in marble. For centuries, people have been puzzled by these horns. Well, in the original book of Exodus, the Hebrew text tells us that when Moses came down from the mount, Keren came from his head. Well, Keren is the Hebrew word for horn, but it also is the Hebrew word for rays of light. Later artists, like Doré, show Moses with rays of light coming from his head. Here is a photograph of the original statue in Rome. Now notice the likeness to Charlton Heston, who plays Moses in the Ten Commandments. We generally think of Moses either as the prophet with the long white beard, or as he is portrayed in this canvas painted by Van Dyck in England about 1640, a baby found in the bulrushes by the daughter of Pharaoh. Incidentally, this is the first time this Van Dyck has ever been exhibited. Yet, there is a whole lifetime between the baby in the basket and the bearded prophet receiving the tablets of the Ten Commandments on Mount Sinai. These very tablets were actually carved from the red granite of the holy mountain itself. This Canaanite lettering of the late Bronze Age is a forerunner of the Hebrew alphabet, the Greek alphabet, and our own alphabet today. The Bible omits the first 30 years or so that brought Moses to men.
Lily is no slave, Dathan. You can carry your own carcass. Let her ride.
So now, my brother, we have new taskmasters.
We serve no masters now.
Yes, but not for long.
Ho, ho, ho.
Here, old woman. That's it.
Joshua.
Make way for the governor.
You know who I am.
I know who you were, Lord Governor.
I go to serve the Pharaoh. Tell Ramesses I'm coming back to my house. That rabble may follow Moses into the desert today. But when their eyes are seared red by the sun, when their cracked lips bleed with thirst, when their stomachs cramp with hunger, they will curse the name of Moses and his God. Then I, Dathan, will lead them back to Pharaoh and the brick pits.
There are so many. So many. How shall I find thy road through the wilderness, Lord? How shall I find water in the desert for this multitude?
Moses, the people are assembled.
Then let us go forth to the mountain of God, that he may write his commandments in our minds and upon our hearts forever.
We march, praising his mighty name.
What is the word, Joshua? The word is given. Let the trumpet sound.
Hear, O Israel. Remember this day when the strong hand of the Lord leads you out of bondage.
In today, he won't move.
My litter can carry him.
I am poured out like water. My strength dried up into the dust of death.
We shall plant your fig tree in the new land.
Children shall eat of its fruit.
Do you hear that? Do you hear that?
You have a strong new son.
And he brought forth the people with joy and gladness. He bore them out of Egypt as an eagle bears its young upon its wings. But again, Pharaoh's heart was hardened.
How many more days and nights will you pray? Does he hear you?
Dread Lord of Darkness, are you not greater than the God of Moses? I have raised my voice to you, yet life is not come to the body of my son. Hear me.
He cannot hear you. He's nothing but a piece of stone with the head of a bird.
You will hear me. I am Egypt.
Egypt, you are nothing. You let Moses kill my son. No God can bring him back. What have you done to Moses? How did he die? Did he cry for mercy when you tortured him? Bring me to his body. I want to see it, Ramses. I want to see it.
This is my son. He would have been Pharaoh. He would have ruled the world. Who mourns him now? Not even you. All you can think of is Moses. You will not see his body. I drove him out of Egypt. I cannot fight the power of his God.
His God. The priests say that Pharaoh is a god, but you are not a god. You are even less than a man. Listen to me, Ramses. You thought I was evil when I went to Moses, and you were right. Shall I tell you what happened, Ramses? He spurned me like a strumpet in the street. I, Nefertiti, Queen of Egypt. All that you wanted from me, he would not even take. Do you hear laughter, Pharaoh? Not the laughter of kings, but the laughter of slaves on the desert.
Laughter. Laughter! My son, I shall build your tomb upon their crushed bodies. If any escape me, their seed shall be scattered and accursed forever.
my armor, war crown. Laughter. I will turn the laughter of these slaves into wails of torment. They shall remember the name of Moses, only that he died under my chariot wheels.
Kill him with your own hands.
Let the trumpet sound. Alert the watchtowers. Assemble all the chariots at the city gate.
I obey.
Your in Thebes will draw my chariot. I will bring you back your temple treasure.